My friends, this is Renee coming to you for a second time with a reaction video. So I was at D&D last night and one of my friends mentioned that there was a really popular fan video going around. He didn't go too into it, but he said that it involved a reimagining of the duel between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader on the Death Star during A New Hope. I hadn't thought too much of it. In fact, I'd completely forgotten that he'd sent me the link to it until I happened to be on YouTube earlier today and saw a couple reaction videos to it. So I'm like, okay, if people are reacting to this, this must be a pretty big thing. So I'm really excited to watch it. I got my dog here. This is Buddy. Say hi. He's posing. He's a star in the making, I tell you. Anywho, so I'll be watching this. The official name of it is Star Wars SC-38 Reimagined. So here's hoping that it's pretty cool. I'm going to be trying something a little different this time. I still don't have the programming to have the video play on the screen as I'm recording my reaction. I'll figure out how to do that eventually and figure out which program I should get for it. But in the meantime, I will have the audio playing so you guys can hear what part of the trailer I'm at. Hopefully that works. Let me know, and we will get to watching this video. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
He said he's found the main controls to the power beam that's holding the ship together. I want to go. Your destiny lies along a different path. Force will be with you always.
Obi-Wan is here. I must face him alone.
Okay, that's new. Gotta put the head up. It's dramatic. Oh, nice. I like the force grip. Force pull of his lightsaber, that's cool. Fog machines! Yes! Vader's not complete without fog machines. Okay.
The long-awaited meeting has come at last. The circular path is complete. When I left you, I was the learner. Now I am the master. When your master leaves us.
Oh, I love the glow in his eyes. That's cool.
You can't win with the hunt. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And I will show you the true nature.
Oh. He's on fire again. Oh no. Damn. Vader's not pulling any punches.
Yes, sir. Very safe for the moment. Merely the main hangar across the ship. Nice one.
I like that they're leaving in the scenes from A New Hope.
He has courage. Good thing too if he gets himself killed. Come on.
Oh, jeez. is almost a rehashing of their Mustafar fight with the narrow corridor. Ooh. Ah. We don't get too many saber throws. Jeez. Yeah, definitely an epic fight. This is nicely done.
What kept you?
Peter Mayhew. Oh goodness.
Okay, if we can get to it. Just hope the opening of the track can be my commission.
See, that would have been a fight that stormtroopers would want to go see.
Let's go. Come on, Otto. Make a ring.
I like the music. Oh. Vader didn't hear him, did he? No, it's just... Oof. Ow. All right then. Wow. Okay. Alrighty, let's take a second to unpack that. That was really good. I enjoyed watching that a lot. They put so much effort into it, and it really paid off between the choreography, the costuming, and I don't know if it would be called computer animation or what the correct technical term for it is, but everything that they did in this was really, really good. I've always kind of wanted to see this epic fight, this epic last fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I like what they did for the actual movie. It makes sense that they're both older, more experienced, and they're more trying to suss out each other's fighting methods and what the other might do. Similar to what they ended up doing with Maul and Obi-Wan at the end of Rebels. And I do appreciate that, and I understand the significance. But I am a sucker for awesome lightsaber duels, and I think that this worked very, very well in that regard. I really appreciated how much detail they put into the computer animation aspect of it, with the background being so convincing. Like, sure, there were a couple areas where you could tell that they weren't like on set, but considering that it was a fan work, like that's really, really good. It looks like part of the Death Star. And then having Alec Guinness's face on Obi-Wan, as far as I could tell, the entire time, making it look like it's Obi-Wan partaking in the duel, that was really neat, and I can't imagine how much effort it took to line it up just right and keep it that consistent, and they did a really good job with that. As far as the fight itself goes, it was really well choreographed. I thought that in particular was astounding. You really got a sense of the personalities of Obi-Wan and Vader as they were fighting. Obi-Wan's full of his dramatic flourishes and a lot of defensive moves. Whereas Vader is all aggression. I like that his style is mostly one-handed and he can deliver so many powerful blows with a single hand. Um, and I think that that's really telling because, yeah, Anakin was a pretty powerful dueler in and of itself, but uh, once you add Vader's mechanics and his skill and his rage to it, yeah, he's really strong and you don't really want to fight him. Uh, and it was interesting seeing Vader use Force abilities because Anakin didn't often use the Force. It doesn't seem so anyway. Like he would use it to push some things, throw some things, throw clone commanders from giant walls and then catch them before they fell. But in a fight, like he didn't utilize it all that much to my memory. And so seeing him have those moments of, oh, I'm going to throw Obi-Wan back, I'm going to throw my lightsaber, that was really cool. I feel like we've only gotten a couple lightsaber throws in the movies itself, and it might have just been Yoda in Revenge of the Sith that threw it. But I don't think that we've seen a throw and then a motion, a commanded direction for it to go in. So I thought that that was a pretty neat inclusion. Um, and in a lot of ways, I feel like that fight sort of mirrored what happened in the duel on Mustafar. It's probably just little things that I noticed, but like Anakin being caught on fire. That probably was not a good memory for him in that very moment. Made for a really cool effect, but to walk through this explosion and to be covered in flames, and I could kind of see that as being a no, not again. You're not getting away this time. I could see that as him kind of moving through the pain, through the fire, in order to get to his end goal of killing Obi-Wan. And I guess I was thinking a little bit too in depth when it comes to the enclosed corridor where they were fighting. Still a really cool effect, and I liked how the walls all went red. I would assume to signify some sort of internal malfunction because you're swinging plasma swords through it. It's probably going to give some damage to the internal systems of the wall. But it was just, there was just so many moments that mirrored it really well, I feel. And I just really appreciate that they took the time to do that sort of thing. I feel like there was one or two others, but I can't seem to remember. I don't know what made me think it as I was watching it. I would have to go back and double check. Oh, let's see, what else? I really enjoyed the music they had playing throughout it. It was all very suitable fight music, and it just had that epic enough sound to it where it came across really well. There were one or two parts that didn't sound quite Star Wars-y-ish, if that makes sense. I think the one part in particular I'm thinking about is towards the end where Obi-Wan and Vader are just kind of like staring at each other as echoes from the past come back, and I'll talk about that in a second, because oh gosh. But the music that was playing during that time, I had this sudden feeling that it belonged in like a Lord of the Rings movie. And that's not to say it was bad. It was really, really pretty and really meaningful, and I enjoyed it a lot. There was just something about it that felt a little bit out of place, but I'm not that well versed in music composition, so I'm not one to judge with that. But the echoes, oh, I was not expecting that, and there's so much emotion in those moments. Like, it makes me wonder how they were really feeling at that moment. Like, is all that's going through Anakin's head, I hate you? Or is it, you left me? Is it, we could have been so much more? Or is it, with Obi-Wan yelling, you were my brother, I loved you? It makes me wonder, well, is it loved past tense, like you've moved on, you know that Vader has consumed Anakin, or is it you are my brother, I will love you no matter what? And now I'm gonna have to be thinking about that, because that's sad and upsetting. And the final echo as Vader picks up Obi-Wan's lightsaber with that scream of "You were the chosen one." It's just I love that line in Revenge of the Sith, but here it's just so raw and so how could you? You were on this path. You were meant to make things right, and look what you've done. And it almost makes me wonder, in that case, is it Anakin remembering Obi-Wan screaming that as he picked up Anakin's lightsaber and walked away? Or is it Obi-Wan projecting that back to Anakin and saying, you were the chosen one, maybe you still are? Actually, as I'm saying it now, having that line play as Vader picks up Obi-Wan's lightsaber makes a ton of sense. It mirrors very well what Obi-Wan did as he left Anakin behind. And I don't know how I've never thought of it before, but Vader has Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Like, I don't know that I've ever thought of that before, and I'm not sure that I've read anything anywhere that says what he did with it. Like, did he destroy it? Does he keep it private? Does the Emperor know that he has it? Because, like, that, a Jedi's lightsaber, you're holding on to a piece of them. You're holding on to what I picture as being a connection to the Force through them. And what do you do with it? Obi-Wan kept Anakin's lightsaber stored for Luke to use, and I imagine took it out on occasion and was just like, all this, we could have had all this, you could have brought balance to the Force, things could have been better. So what does Vader do with Obi-Wan's lightsaber? Like, he clearly never uses it, we never see it again. It's just dropped on the floor and that's that. But now I'm really wondering what Obi-Wan's lightsaber means to Vader and what he ends up doing with it. Filoni, I need answers. Because Lucas isn't around to give them right now, Filoni, I need you to answer this. You know, this was really well done. I'm just blown away by the amount of work and effort and detail that went into creating this, just to share with the internet and the fandom, and just to put it out there and say, hey, we made this, we hope you enjoy that as much as we do. And that's really impressive. Everything from the choreography to the computer-generated items to the dialogue to just everything about it was so good, and I'm blown away by how good they did. If you haven't seen this yourself yet, A, you shouldn't have watched this video first. You really need to go to their site and watch this. I'll include a link in the description of this video so you guys can go and see it in all its glory, because it definitely deserves the views and the likes and however else you want to share this video. Do it, because it's really cool, and I really think that the fandom ought to see this. Well, that is it from me for the time being. I do really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you can think of anything that I can do to improve my videos, or if you have any recommendations of things that I should react to, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you again for watching. May the Force be with you.